There are some experiments in history that failed, and then there are experiments so disturbing that they were erased entirely. No public records, no official acknowledgement, only silence. During the mid-20th century, in a time of global tension and secrecy, a classified research program was quietly approved under the label of national security. It was never announced to the public. On paper, it barely existed. Yet budget trails and construction records later revealed that a remote facility had been built far from civilization. From the outside, it appeared to be a research complex. Inside, it was something else. The objective was simple: measure the limits of human endurance. The individuals brought into the program were not referred to by name. They were assigned numbers. Their identities were removed from documentation. What mattered was not who they were, but how long they could endure. The early trials focused on physical stress. Subjects were exposed to extreme cold, intense heat, and oxygen deprivation inside controlled chambers. Their reactions were monitored with precision. Pain was not treated. It was recorded. Soon the experiment shifted from the body to the mind. Isolation chambers were introduced. Soundproof rooms with no sense of time. Subjects were left alone for extended periods to observe psychological decline. At first there was confusion, anxiety, disorientation. But as isolation continued, the symptoms grew darker. Some subjects began speaking to themselves. Others reported hearing sounds that were not there. A few developed intense paranoia, convinced they were being watched in complete silence. Sleep deprivation followed. Continuous lighting and irregular disturbances prevented rest. Within days, memory faltered. Emotions became unstable. Some subjects became aggressive. Others withdrew completely, unable to distinguish reality from imagination. Internal reports suggested something unexpected. The human mind, when pushed too far, did not simply weaken. It fractured. Then came the incident. According to later anonymous accounts, multiple subjects experienced severe psychological breakdown during an advanced trial. Monitoring systems recorded abnormal stress responses. Security was called. The testing wing was sealed. What happened inside was never officially disclosed, but shortly after, the project was quietly suspended. No public explanation, no investigation. Instead, the erasure began. Files were transferred into restricted archives. Some documents were destroyed. Digital records were heavily classified. Personnel involved in the program were reassigned, many signing lifelong confidentiality agreements. Years later, historians attempting to trace the experiment encountered missing files and redacted reports. Construction logs confirmed the facility existed. Funding records confirmed it operated. But the core research data was gone, completely removed. Why erase an experiment so thoroughly? Governments classify sensitive research all the time. But total deletion suggests something far more serious: ethical violations, irreversible damage, or discoveries considered too dangerous to acknowledge. Some believe the findings revealed how prolonged stress and isolation could fundamentally alter human cognition. Others suspect the data was absorbed into other classified programs under new names. If that is true, the experiment didn't end. It simply disappeared. The facility was dismantled. The subjects were never publicly recognized. Their identities remain buried in sealed archives. And perhaps that silence is the most disturbing detail of all. Because history does not erase ordinary mistakes. It erases truths that are too uncomfortable to admit. The experiment they tried to erase was not forgotten. It was deliberately removed. And somewhere, behind classified doors, the full story may still exist, waiting This is Uncharted Eras, dark history, where the stories they tried to bury are brought back to light.